What's up, guys? BigPoppaDrock back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, we're not pulling shards today. This is my first ever champion showcase video. So I figured if I was going to do a champion showcase, I had to pick my absolute strongest champion, which would be my +4 fully awakened Herndig. This dude is a monster. But before we get into the build and everything else, I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. And yeah, if you guys enjoy this, if this ends up being something that you like, we're going to take him into Platinum Arena, see how he does. Let me know, and we'll do more of these, because as you can see, I have quite a few +4 champions, including, I think, what is probably the world's strongest Vlad. Which would be a really funny video, I think, to do as well. But anyway, this is about our boy Herndig, that of the Dwarves faction. I just used Hell Hades Optimizer to put some of my stronger gear on him. Not my necessarily strongest, but want to just kind of go over what does Herndig do first. Then we'll take him in, we'll do some damage tests, and then we'll bring him into Platinum Arena. I have absolutely no idea what to expect. Although this dude hits super hard, or so I think. I haven't tested him in this build. The reality is Platinum Arena is a whole different animal. So we'll get into that when we get into it. But without further ado, let's look at the skills. First and foremost, we've got an A1 that grants an extra turn and decreases the cooldown of the Stasis Strike skill if it kills an enemy. This A1 is nasty. Hits super hard, and being able to decrease the cooldown of the Stasis Strike is huge. Now, typically when I'm building Herndig normally, I would build a lot more accuracy onto him and a lot more speed. But because this is kind of a damage showcase, let's see what he can do. He's built with maximum damage over everything else. You got the A2, Arcane Tempest, on a 3-turn cooldown, attacks all enemies. 75% chance, books up to 100% of placing a 60% decreased defense and a 50% decreased accuracy debuff for 2 turns. Herndig was a fusion champion, and frankly, one of the best that Raid has ever released. He can do just absolutely so many different things in arena and in general content. The fact that he throws out decreased defense and decreased accuracy, such an awesome skill. Again, we're not building him with accuracy, but it's pretty cool to have it there. And then finally, you've got Stasis Strike here. For the active skills, you attack one enemy, fully depletes the target's turn meter, and then we'll also attack all enemies if the first attack is critical. This AoE attack is a 75% chance of placing a 25% weaken debuff for 2 turns. We'll also place an HP burn debuff for 2 turns after the attack on the enemies whose turn meters are below 30%. This is, I mean, he's a sick champion. The fact that he was, I believe he was a fusion. Pretty sure he was a fusion. I don't think he was a fragment champion. But the fact that this was a champion you could actually fuse, like, this is the kind of stuff that Plarium needs to be giving us. These are the kind of champions that people need, like something that's actually useful, especially if you're below Platinum Arena. This ability is sick. Obviously, people use them in Dark Fae a ton because you have so much turn meter manipulation. But frankly, all of his abilities hit pretty damn hard. And then finally, on his passive, fills this champion's turn meter by 10% every time they are hit, occurs once per hit, and also fills this champion's turn meter by 20% whenever an ally dies. I mean, this is actually useful, potentially. You know what I mean? Nowadays, we're building typically nukers slower than we used to, but it could still be useful as long as it's not taking you out of whatever your speed tune is. That's always the big concern with passives like this. Especially if you're building a go second team. Although I think for what we're going to do with him today, it's probably going to be more of a go first team. I've got a Soul Reaper blessing on him currently. Honestly, this should probably be switched to Lightning Cage, frankly, especially at 6-star, because it'll give bonus damage. But we'll leave it at this for now. I mean, honestly, the crit damage is absolutely insane. If you want to take a look at the build now and his stats, I mean, they're absolutely bonkers. Now, we're only pushing 7,200 attack, which really isn't that high. But look at the crit damage. 382% crit damage. It's one of the highest that I have personally seen, and that's because I put some Ascended gear on him. The speed isn't anything to write home about. 170 is cutting it a little close, kind of low. So I really don't know what to expect. This could be a disaster going into Platinum Arena, but we'll see. It should be fun. Accuracy, again, way lower than you would normally build, in my opinion, a Herndig for most content. But because we're just trying to build him for maximum damage, this is what we have. So kudos to Hell Hades and the Optimizer. This is what they suggested as my quote-unquote max damage build. Such a useful tool. Hell Hades is such an awesome dude. Really thankful that he's put that out there for the community. So that's what we're looking at. I know a lot of people like to see the pieces sometimes. So I pulled some of these pieces off of some of my other champions like Baron, and I think my Georgid. So we've got, you know, nothing is like, this isn't a crazy piece by any stretch of the imagination. Good rolls, crit damage, crit rate, attack. Again, crit rate here, but you don't even have attack percentage on this. So this isn't really that phenomenal of a piece for high level of arena. Now he's built with crit damage and savage, as you can see. Here we've got 23% crit damage. This is a pretty solid roll, but again, not a perfect piece. You know, really would have liked to seen this go into crit damage or speed. This is an ascended gauntlet, so it's a rare gauntlet, but it hit crit damage. So now it's a god tier gauntlet for the most part. So 100% crit damage, 14% crit rate. Again, only a rare gauntlet, but thanks to that ascension, now pretty solid. You got the attack percentage on the crit damage chest with 25% crit rate. This is a pretty solid piece. Again, not perfect. And then finally, you've got attack boots with additional attack percentage on them. The stats underneath are nothing great. You really would have liked to have seen more crit rate or more crit damage on those boots right there. For the accessories, we're rocking an accessory, the hack accessory. This isn't a very good roll. Just a standard crit damage, 40%. And then again, not a great roll. So really, realistically, if I had better accessory pieces, this could end up being like a 65, 60, or excuse me, a 7,500, 7,600 attack Herndig with 382, again, percentage crit damage. So who knows how hard he's going to hit. I'm going to compare him against my Leorius, who these are the stats we're rocking here on my Leorius. So Leorius is over 8k attack, but he's only at 321% crit damage. So it's I would expect Herndig to hit higher, especially if Leorius isn't damaged. So let's go ahead and jump into a dungeon. It's fun to do something that's not a shard pull video, by the way. I have this crazy account. I've never really showcased anything on it. So now I figured, why not? Why not showcase some things on it and see what people think? So I hope you guys like this. We'll go into, yeah, why not? Stage 23. We'll just pull this off. I think we'll throw in, what do we got here? We'll need a increased attack. So let's throw an Arbiter. I just awakened her to level 5, which is nice. And we'll throw in my Lydia for the defense. And then let's put a Leorius first, just to give you an idea kind of what the comp is. We're on a Void stage as well. So Herndig, obviously not a Void hero, but there should be no affinity issues at all. So we'll throw the increased attack up. We'll throw decreased defense and weaken out there. We'll put it on a 1. We'll hit it with Leorius's hardest hitting ability. The 2-hit, boom. Wow, that didn't do as much damage as I thought it would. Didn't even end him. Okay, all right, that wasn't crazy. I got to do that again. We got to do that again. I got to see again what we're working with here, because I missed it. I missed some of the numbers. I might even just hit him with the A3 just to make it simpler. Again, throw out the decrease defense and the weaken. We'll throw out the A3 this time in Leorius. What are we getting? Seeing a 254 there, I think. Okay, not bad, but again, didn't wipe them all out. So 254, I think, was the highest that I saw there. Let's go ahead and end that and compare it to Herndig. Now, obviously, Leorius, not the hardest hitting nuker, especially when he's at full health. He actually kind of hits like a wet noodle at full health. So I would expect that Herndig, especially given the crit damage difference, will rock these guys. But let's find out. Increase attack again. Decrease defense. Throw it out there. We're going slow so you can really see it. We're going to hit it with the A2 first. Boom! 259, 258. There's the Soul Reap, though. So it immediately just went through basically the same kind of damage. I'm actually surprised. I would figure that he would hit a little bit harder than that. I'm surprised that he doesn't. That was pretty much on par with what Leorius was doing there. Let's try it again. Let's go with the A3, which is the Stasis Strike. And again, this is an AoE if you crit off the first hit, which obviously he will since we built him with 100% crit rate. So let's go ahead and just give it a shot. 271, followed up with 201, I think. So not bad. But honestly, given the build, hitting significantly weaker than I thought that he would. Again, Herndig's not a top tier nuker. He's not, going to be your #1 choice in arena. He's obviously viable, I think, especially if you are below platinum. Platinum right now is kind of a mess in my opinion. And again, I do want to make a video about that because I did push platinum and we're just at the bottom of platinum right now. I pushed platinum the other night and I only finished like 100th. I hadn't pushed platinum in quite a long time. And it just was just not fun. I'm going to be honest with you. It was not a fun, enjoyable experience because of polymorph. But that we'll save that for another video. Anyway, okay, let's see what we got here. Let's pick a team. This looks fine. Doesn't look like a super strong team. So this is kind of my speed farm team that we've got here. We'll just throw Herndig in there in place of Leorius and see how this goes. This could be a little dangerous if this guy's in stone skin and we don't strip this. So maybe we might want to be smart and throw in a Necrit. I don't have a super strong Necrit, but let's throw him in there just to be safe. Again, the funny thing with like platinum showcases, if you guys watch a lot of other content creators, and I watch Machan and I watch Hell Hades and I watch Ash and, Scratch and all these other awesome people, is one of the things I've seen is that, platinum showcases end up being showcases of other champions as opposed to the champion that they're trying to show off. But realistically, if you don't have Necrit, if you don't have some of these other champions, being in platinum is damn near impossible. It's very, very, very tough. All right, so we've got them all slept here. We'll see what our boy Herndig can do. We don't have any decrease defense or anything out there. Now, this ability would normally put it if they had low resistance, but let's find out. All right, he killed them all. Again, that was a pretty weak team, so that was nothing to get too excited about, but that Soul Reaper, that 20% coming in there to finish things off with that Mithrala, not bad. But let's see if we can find something harder. Let's see. Okay, we got a Doom, pretty low power level. Oh, here we go. What are we looking at here? Yeah, there's the power level. Oh, God, Jesus Christ. This will be one maybe we'll face at the end. We'll see how that goes. I should be faster in this team. Again, should be okay. Let's see. We got a Candrafon. This is a weak affinity, though, so this might end up being a loss. It doesn't look like it's super high. We're also not throwing out any attack increase, which may be a mistake. They do have their Duchess in a Stone Skin Sket. Now, thankfully, I love Lady Kimi because she provides that increased accuracy, so my Kymar has a better chance of stripping. We did weak hit on the Candrafon, which is always kind of a pain in the ass. Let's see here. And there it is. There's the sheep buff that I love. Oh, what an awesome idea to add even more RNG into this game. Yes, that is what I've been waiting for. I love when this happens. This is frankly the worst idea that anyone has ever had in Raid. And I know a lot of people are angry at the Plarium right now for good reason. But this is the bane of my existence, and frankly, is not fun. I hate it. I despise it because it screws up everything you're trying to do. We're not gonna. Usually, I would throw out an ally attack. We're just gonna go ahead and buff Kymar there, and let's see what we do. Yeah, look at that. Oof, the pain. Candrafon coming in and absolutely wrecking us right there. Now, they probably had some reaction accessories, it looks like, on the Mithrala. Possibly the Candrafon, maybe not. I might have a weak hit there, and definitely the Duchess. So let's reset and try it again and hopefully not die. We'll go ahead and hit it with the ally attack. That's where the A1 does come in handy, though. I mean, his A1 is pretty damn nasty. I'm going to go ahead and just use Arcane Tempest again. Might get killed by the Candrafon here. Oof. The Necrit coming in strong, even while petrified. Thank you, Necrit. Oh, but that was a counterattack. He's going to absolutely decimate me here. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be winning this one, guys. Oh, okay. All right. Never mind. He chose. Oh, never mind. That was a counterattack again. What is he, an avenging set? We are deeply screwed unless the AI chooses to go after the wrong people, which thankfully it did. We still have a chance now. Let's go ahead and hit the Valkyrie. Oh, there's the counterattack, and there we are, wiped out. Absolutely decimated. Game over. End of story. Maybe we have to, let's see here. We're still at the bottom of Platinum Arena. Maybe we have to bring in an increased attack for this champion. My Arbiter is not super fast right now. It's not built to be my fastest champion. So let's try it again. Let's try it again. Let's pull out. Yeah, let's pull out just in case. Actually, no, I kind of need that reset. Let's go back to Kymar. Change my mind. Pull out Lady Kimi. Throw in an Arbiter. Throw in a Kymar. Again, for buff strip purposes. And let's go back. The one nice thing about having an Arbiter on your team, or even a Duchess I've seen people using, like Scratch in attack now, is you have the ability to boost up attack, which is huge. And we got lucky here. We did get the sleep on Candrafon. I'm going to go ahead and use Stasis Strike first this time. Let's see how that rolls. Okay, let's reset. Candrafon's awake. Boost again. Everybody's awake. Stone Skin. Let's keep our Arbiter alive just in case this kills. Thankfully, it did not. No weak hits. Weak hit again. Tough. I feel confident that we can take him down, though. Let's go ahead and finish him off here. Hopefully, no weak hits. Yes, perfect. Got him this time. Still on Stone Skin, but we stripped it. And let's throw it into auto. Finished off. Oh, my God. Polymorph. I mean, so you saw that 151 and 65. So when you're not procking reaction, he can hit pretty hard. And certainly when you're using an Arbiter to boost attack, I feel like it's kind of necessary for him a little bit for some of these stronger, tankier teams. And again, without a Necrit right there, he has no chance of surviving. That's just the nature of the beast in Platinum Arena a lot of the times. Let's pull. This team looks meaty. What are we rocking here? It's a 30. This is way above my power level, so this would be a team that would be pretty damn tough. We'll take one of the easier ones first. Just again, as kind of a display. If you're so, here's a great example: 9.8 million power level, pretty low level power overall. So if you're using a Herndig in non-Platinum Arena, you're going to be doing a lot of damage. He is very viable below Plat. Gold 5, without a doubt, someone you could use for most teams, probably all the way up, frankly, given that I can still get kills with him here. So on the same team. I actually might not be fast enough on this team. Okay, I was. Thanks to Arbiter's. That's entirely because of Arbiter's blessing. Since she's 5-star, I have her intimidating presence, which means she lowers the speed of other enemies' teams. So we'll go ahead and just finish off this Arbiter. This should one-shot. Sure enough, there it goes. It's a little bit out of order here. I would have rather have saved that, but this should be a clean wipe. Yes, it was. Okay. Low-level Plat teams, early week, because I'm recording this in the early week, he's certainly viable. High-level Plat teams like this team looks disgusting, frankly, and it probably is going to be a loss. We've got 3 polymorphs and a Rhodos, which is basically a guaranteed destruction. I can't run this team in it because I need the speed. Given what we're up against, I would imagine it's pretty fast CFE. And I'm sure there's Stone Skin in this too, which makes this 10 times harder. So let me think about how we want to approach this. Arbiter for attack up, I kind of need. We could go with. I can't really get rid of the Necrit though. Let me see here. Probably Lady Kimi. This might be enough. This might not be enough buff strips, frankly, because her accuracy is a little bit lower since it's all into speed. Her speed's at 411, I think. So yeah, sure enough, really fast CFE, just barely beat it out. Fast Rhodos too. Okay, we did. Oh my God, polymorph, bro. So this is where we're in trouble now. So we are in big trouble. Super strong Rhodos, and we've got absolute. Oh my God, somehow survived. But frankly, it was a miracle. Oof. This is just where it gets so tough. And to be fair, I am very out of practice when it comes to Platinum Arena. We killed the Duchess, but as you can see, we're about to get absolutely wrecked by the Rhodos, and it certainly doesn't help that we were polymorphed there. There's still hope, but it's going to be tough. Let's find out. See if we can pull it off. Got to save that res because all things considered, Herndig's probably going down here. The Roto Siffy combo is just a beast. Let's try to finish off this Neckard if we can. All right, did get it. I'm going to want to take out his turn meter right there, I think. Even if he gets the counterattack, which he did. Just got to hope he doesn't go for the Arbiter. He doesn't. Now he can res. And his turn meter's destroyed. Get the decrease attack back up. Try to decrease his turn meter again. Rotos is still so strong, frankly. Still such a good and very meta hero. Now, see, here we are. Now, the Necrit's lost the buff, and our Herndig is asleep. We are once again in trouble. Can we save this? No. Rotos, absolute monster. I don't know if we're going to be able to pull this one off. And we're already sitting at 2 minutes, so this is way, way longer than you want to take for a normal Plat battle. Oh my God, we got sheeped again. You can't make this shit up. It is so frustrating because it is so RNG. It's just ludicrous how much RNG they have put into this game now. Stone Skin was one thing, right? You know, obviously Stone Skin, you can counter with bombs. There are different things you can do. I still am not a huge fan of it personally. But the polymorph stuff is just absurd. And if you have 4 champions with 15% or more polymorph ability, you know, you're sitting pretty. I don't think we can pull this one off, friends. I think this is going to be a loss. It's an L. Rotos, super strong team though, and to be fair, his team and his power level way above mine. I'm only sitting at 21 million. He's sitting at a whopping 31.5 and in one of the top clans. Kudos to him. Let's see if we can get one more battle off here just to kind of showcase again. So I think, you know, the takeaway here is he viable for Plat? Maybe. I mean, possibly with the right team setup. If you're facing the right teams, sure, I guess. Realistically, would I ever use him in Platinum Arena? No. You know, meta champions are huge when it comes to this level. Like, you really do need, and especially now with Awakenings, which again make a huge difference at that 4, 5, and 6-star level in Plat especially. It's tough to get away with using champions that really aren't in the meta. Let's go ahead and just eliminate this Trunda here. This is a weird team to see in Platinum too, because we've got a Sky Touch Shaman. I don't know. That's a weird Platinum team. That's way less powerful than you would normally see. So again, he's a good champion. He's a great champion if you're sub Plat. He's not someone I would really ever roll out, even with absurd stats and a 6-star Awakening and +4. I think, frankly, if you've got a Leorius, which I do have a +4 Leorius, which I will showcase when I get him to 4-star Awakening with better gear, or even, for example, well, Leorius, Trunda is not really in the meta anymore. Cupidus is certainly viable depending on the team setup. But I hope you enjoyed that. Just a quick little view at what Herndig can do. If you like the content, let me know. It's obviously the first time I made a video like this, so hopefully it is something that was fun for you to watch. And yeah, we'll have more shard pull videos, and if this does well, then we'll do a +4 Vlad or a +4 Torment Awakened or whatever else. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are. I am BigPoppaDrock, and I am out. Take care.